family, it's Tasha, MAMABEAR Homestead. I'm just bringing you along while I try a recipe. I've never tried this recipe, but what we're making today is basically a garlic tortilla slash, not really fry bread, but flatbread type recipe. So super excited. I have all my ingredients already measured. I have my pan getting super hot, which is already getting super hot. So I'm gonna turn it down. And I'm just going to take you along. I have the measurements that I'll go over with you right now, but at the end, after I taste it, I'll let you see in the video when I edit it, or when or in the description box if I made any changes after the fact. Okay, so first things first, it calls for 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I've already got it measured out, so I'm just going to put everything in this bowl right here. And then it calls for a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of sugar, and a tablespoon of minced garlic. And so that's what I'm doing. And the actual recipe that I got, I'll link it when I do the video, but she actually put green onions in hers as well. Okay, so we're not a huge fan of that, but I figured a garlic tortilla sounds delicious. So I'm putting all that in here. Just get this spatula. Get all that out because it kind of mixed together, right? So salt, sugar, teaspoon of each, and then a tablespoon of the minced garlic. And my regular minced garlic from the refrigerator, right? Okay. And from there, she added, oh, I forgot the tablespoon of unsalted butter. Hold on, because I have to melt it. Okay, bringing you back. Can you believe I almost forgot the butter? That would have been a hot mess. So it calls for a tablespoon of melted unsalted butter. So there you go. Just put that in the bowl. And then it calls for 1 2/3 cup of water. Okay, I'm putting that in. And then you're going to want to keep some water on the side because there's a certain consistency that we're going to be trying to get with this, okay? We're going to want it very, very runny. It's not going to be like pancakes. And so we're just going to see how this turns out with this original water. And I'm just whisking it because you want to obviously get all the flour worked in. You don't want to have any flour clumps in there as you're cooking. So I'm just whisking, whisking, whisking. Okay. And actually, it looks like we might have gotten the consistency. So I've got a ladle and I'm just going to check. It's pretty runny. So you want it pretty runny. It's a little thick. I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of water. Just a little bit, because you definitely want it a little bit runnier for sure than you would like pancakes, right? I don't know how everybody kind of does their pancakes a little different. I like my pancake batter a little bit thicker. I just feel like it bubbles up when it's cooking a little bit faster than when it's so it's more of a real runny. Okay, so then what we want to do is, I've got my pan, it was already preheating. You want to get it on a low medium heat. Okay, you want to add some oil, and I'm just gonna put some oil on the bottom, and then I'm just gonna take a paper towel, fold it up like this, and just move it around. Okay, I want to make sure that I get the entire pan oiled, but I don't want necessarily a big sitting oil in the pan. Okay, and then when you're ready, you're gonna ladle. I'm gonna go over, and you're just gonna pour it right in the middle. Keep pouring it out like you're making a huge pancake. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use the bottom of the ladle. I'm going to turn mine up a little bit. And you're going to kind of just make it thinner, and you're pushing it out, right? Almost like you would do, some folks again do things differently, but almost like when you would do an omelet and you're moving the egg yolk out to make it thinner. That's really what we just did right there. Maybe I can show you. when I looked at the comments for this video, a lot of the folks said that they could see their spatula through the bottom when they're flipping, right? That's almost how thin it is. Also in the comments, they said the best pan for this is a crepe pan, or a pan that is like a fry pan but doesn't have high sides. So again, I'm doing this in an electric skillet. The sides are quite high, and so we'll see how difficult it is for me to flip it back and forth when you're flipping it. Now, when you first put it in there and you've spread it out and you've made it as thick as possible, as thin as possible, and I'll just show you what mine looks like. It's really thin. And I'm just gonna let it cook, right? I'm just gonna let it cook out a little bit and get a good cook on it before I even remotely begin to try to flip it, right? You don't want no issues when you go to start flipping this bad boy. And I noticed that you do a lot of flipping at the end, but at the beginning, you're kind of just letting it set up. You're letting it start to cook, okay? You can see all your garlic, your minced garlic. I suppose you could add all types of stuff to this. That would be delicious. Like I said, the original recipe, she had green onions that she had sliced up and that she diced up real small. And so hers had beautiful green flaking all throughout hers. We're not a huge fan of that, but I mean, you could do parsley, you could do basil, you could do all types of... Okay, fam. So when I left you, I was kind of bummed. I'm like, wow, I got them on camera and this isn't turning out. So first one, epic fail. I'm going to show you an insert right here. Epic fail. Fell apart, was sticking in the middle, broke apart because it was sticking. Obviously, I didn't get a big round tortilla. I'm going to show you. You're going to see from the insert. Horrible. However, delicious. I put a little butter on it. Baby, delicious. So tore apart. I said, okay, I'm going to try it again. Put a little bit more oil in my pan this time. More of like a fry bread. Well, maybe not as much. But I put more. I didn't soak it out with the paper towel. And I let the one side cook for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, about maybe 4.5 minutes. And just let it cook. Just let it sit. I'm on medium high. I'm on 3. I'm actually medium low. I'm sitting on 300 in the skillet. Again, harder to flip it because of the high sides. So you want to do it in something that has low sides. And I flipped it. I'm already, which I did not see with the first one, I'm already starting to see a little bit of bubbling, which is awesome, because I thought maybe because I whisked it, I wasn't going to get air bubbles like I wanted, right? And so it's starting to bubble a little bit. I'm just letting it cook down, cook down, cook down. Right now it's been a couple minutes. And so we're literally just letting it cook down, you guys, and really cook the side. And then when it's cooked on both sides like that, then you start the flipping back and forth more often, so that you can start getting the brown. And that's where you can actually start turning it up if you need to start getting that last minute brown. That's also where you're going to get the last minute more of the air bubbles finally coming out. Like big ones, like when you make tortillas size, okay? So we're just letting it cook up. It looks good. It's all in one piece. I don't know if you can see. It's all in one piece in there. Don't worry, I'm going to show you. This is my second one. So first one, epic fail. Second one, so far so good. We're going to see the end result. And then of course we have more that we can do up, okay? And then I'll show you the end result of all of them on a plate, so you can kind of just see the consistency of me doing this. And the only thing that I would say is that this is a super quick and easy recipe. But know that the ingredients, 2 seconds. The cook time, it's looking like it's going to be about 10 minutes per. 8 to 10 minutes per, right? You're going to find your sweet spot when you finally do it. You're going to find your sweet spot with the oil. You're going to find your sweet spot with the cooking and flipping and browning aspect of it. I think taste, even if you mess it up, because the first one that I did was tore apart, was horrible, was still actually kind of doughy. And it was delicious. The taste is phenomenal. So if you can get the let's just see how many minutes. If you can get the end result the way you want. Okay, so I'm going to start flipping. And I feel like it's really loose in the middle. And I kind of wish I had a bigger. There we go. Woo! Woo! So it flipped and it totally looks like a tortilla on the other side, you guys. So I've got a little bit of browning. We're gonna just continue to let it cook. Let's see if it starts bubbling up. It looks good. It looks real good, you guys. So I'm super excited about this. If I can find my consistency to make tacos, then I'll be super, super excited. The only thing I'm gonna say on this one is the middle was maybe a little too thin, and my very, very center is starting to break up. Like I'll try to show you. I don't wanna like, all these videos are always so, I don't know if you can see the middle there, how it's breaking up. Okay, welcome back. I'm about to show you these tortillas slash fry bread slash flatbread, whatever you want to call it. So, and my hair's all in it. So as you saw at the end of the video, I was having a hot mess. My first one, this is all that's left of it, is just a bunch of crumbles. This is actually only a fourth of it because my kiddo already came in here and tore it up. Basically, it looked like trash, like hot trash, and my kiddo still came in here. He put some butter on it. He killed it. He was like, this is so delicious. I don't know what this is, but I want it again. And when are you making it next? So had to shoo him away because he was ready to kill everything. Next thing I did was I added more oil because I thought that the process for process was a little long, and I wanted to try to speed it up, and I wanted to have a little bit of oil because the reason why that first one kind of messed up is because honestly it started to stick on me, and because it's a very doughy product, I was done from the get-go. So second one I had more oil, but as you see, much harder, much crispier, right? This is more like a tortilla that I bought at the store and then I fried up. That's basically consistency. Super greasy. You know, don't deviate from the recipe in regards to your oil. You don't need more oil. This isn't a fry. Next one is probably my favorite one, right? Very pliable. Roll it up. More of like a fry bread. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. I got it, the consistency, it was all round. It's a beautiful product. It's so good. I don't know if this is going to even last until hubby gets home, to be honest. Next one I did turned out good too. Pliable, roll it up. However, you can see my game was not very good. Looks like somebody took a bite out of it. Over here, it had some like leaflets. It just, I didn't spread it out and make it into a nice circle very well, so it was doomed from the beginning. However, it turned out great as far as consistency. And then my last one and final one, it's actually still pretty hot, pliable, pretty good. I think I might have had a little bit too much oil because the edges really started to get crispy, but it's still very pliable, very can roll it up, eat it. I'm gonna tell you right now that whether you consider this a fail or a win, I consider it a win because nothing here is going to go to waste. My kiddo already proved that. Hubby loves tortillas, loves fry bread. We're going to see tonight if I can keep some of this all day for him for tonight. And I'm going to keep at it. The thing about this video is start doing the things that either make you uncomfortable, you're scared to do, you're scared of messing it up. Like, who cares? Just do it. I'm already, even though to me this was a fail as far as aesthetics, right? They don't look pretty at all. It was a success because they're delicious, right? It's a delicious recipe. And once you get your technique down for building it or making it, you're gonna love it. And I'm actually very excited to do it again, mix up the ingredients and try again. Stay tuned. I am gonna give you right now kind of just a quick rundown of the things that I would deviate from the recipe, or where I think it went bad to make your first time a little bit better. Okay, so take care. Bye. Hey family, so real quick, just finished doing that fry bread. Just wanted to bring you real quick my opinion of things or where I went wrong. So basically, it's super easy recipe. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. It's super easy ingredients. There's no kneading, there's no yeast, none of that. You just mix the stuff in the bowl, mix it up, and pour it like pancake mix. I think what I did was I added too much water. I was thinking it needed to be runnier than it really needed to be. Once I went back to the lady's video, I realized hers was a little bit thicker consistency than what I ended up with. So if I would have just kept it where it originally was at with the original amount of water I gave you, 1 2/3 cups, would have been perfect. Okay, so I wouldn't deviate from that. The biggest thing that she doesn't talk about in her video, and I discovered it while doing mine, was the pan itself. You need a skillet, a big size skillet, something that doesn't have high sides, right? I don't think a griddle will work because it needs to have more heat, but I think that just a big fry pan is what you need. And so you don't have any inabilities of flipping. So again, my first one started to stick, and the reason why I thought it was oil, but really I think it started to stick, and then I didn't have the right spatula. I didn't have a big fry pan that I was frying in. I was frying it in an electric pan that has very, very high sides, and so it was just impeding from the beginning. And then as you can see, that one was horrible, right? Fell apart completely. Kiddo loved it though. I think you cannot go wrong with this recipe as far as the taste. It's delicious. I mean, it is absolutely delicious. These won't last a meal. So I'm telling you, delicious. And my whole family loved them. Now, what I will tell you about the, what else was I going to tell you about? Family loved them. The amount that it said it would make, 4 to 5, that's about what I made, even though I messed some up. You need a ladle because you need to put it out, right? You need to like flatten it out as you're making it. And you want to keep a little bit of a berm or a mountain, right? You want the middle to be lower than the edges, okay? And then the only other thing was I did not get a lot of bubble with my product, right? I thought it was because, and you saw me mention my video, I thought it was because I used a whisk, but going back to her video, she used a whisk, she whisked. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but I didn't really get the bubbling effect that you would when you make tortillas, right? I made tortillas before, and there's a bubbling factor to that, right? I didn't really get that. So I'm not really sure why this recipe didn't do that, but absolutely love it. Would do it again. Excited to do it again. Really all it is technique. So try out this recipe, try out your technique. Hopefully these little tips at the end will help you not deal with the things that I had to deal with, and you'll come up with a better product. And if you don't, who cares? You'll just do it again. We're excited. We're going to do it again, probably do it as a family. And also, additionally, I'm super excited to try it outside, open fire. So basically, I want to get the technique done and good inside, and then I want to take it outside and see if I can perfect the technique outside. Because you guys, that's two different things that you need to know for grid down, is how to do things on grid right now, and then how to do things off grid. And off grid, you definitely want to have a go-to biscuit, bread, tortilla, fry bread. You want to have a go-to extra like that you're able to make. So that's the next trick. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.